So this is a poem that I wrote as an introduction to the type of poetry that I usually write, which is, I guess, sort of the darker side of motherhood a little bit. And I just wanted to write a really sort of 2 or 3 sentences about, oh, I'm going to read these poems, but it doesn't mean I'm like completely insane and I really love my kids. But you know, these are some of the feelings I had when I became a mother. And then that brief introduction, which I imagined making on this stage, then became a poem. Apologies, some of you probably already heard it because I did it for Miranda's 100 Voices for 100 Years project, but never mind, you can hear it again. So this is called Introduction, or What I'll Say When I Perform That Poem. When I became a mother, I lost myself active, I got lost passive, I went mad, my mind broke, I was mental, you know? I couldn't cope with the horror, with the awfulness of loving this tiny thing so completely. It was like being inside the news, like a hostage situation where I'm the gunman and the bullet at the same time, where my life is narrated by David Attenborough, where David Attenborough is God talking as I am swallowed whole inch by inch, like a snake swallows a deer, until the deer is no longer a deer but a giant bulge in the snake's stomach. And Jesus Christ, is it alive in there? Could it still be alive in there? I'm writing you a love song, but it's a love song I can't finish because I only ever learned to play Green Day on an acoustic guitar, and now I've forgotten the chords, even minor ones. And on becoming a mother, months after becoming a mother, after 7 series of Gilmore Girls, well, he slept 23 hours of every day while she went to school and came home crying because she had to make all new friends and she couldn't hug me when she wanted to hug me, because my hands were so full of baby, my breasts so full of milk, and it hurt for her to grip me tight with her pink and green bracelet arms. After, they both got sick. Heartbeats angry, white on black. 170, no, you can't go home. 200, we need to move you into resus. After that, a long time after that, while walking in the forest, I realised I hadn't noticed the autumn leaves. Hadn't thought about the gold and green and soft brown crunch, or the herons sitting on that post in sheer majestic majesty, or the dogs running sideways with the wind in their ears, or the bluebells in the woods that people come from miles outside of London to see. And I hadn't spoken for days, or eaten for weeks, and my mouth was a stone. And I lost myself somewhere between the bus stop and the A406 on that motorway bridge where traffic zooms by below so fast it blurs. And there must be a word for it. What's the word for that feeling you get when you stand too close to the edge and get the almost uncontrollable urge to throw yourself off?